Hello, my honeys. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. It has been a while since I last just had filming to do. I feel like every single time I update you about something, it's always like, life is crazy. There's so much going on. I'm so busy. It's the truth. Anyway, I am having my morning breakfast right now, and my morning breakfast has, over the years, like turned into this sort of quick, convenient, easy, but nutritional, balanced drink. One thing I started doing this year to really take control over my health with my capacity is actually including things like greens into my diet and protein. I'm actually all out of my protein powder right now. Usually I'll use like a hemp protein because it doesn't bloat me or cause me stomach issues. So I usually have my greens protein, or I use favorite Korean grains packet individual sachets. They're just this kind of like mixed grain and yam packets that are just really, really nice to have. Back when I lived in South Korea, that was what I had, just that for breakfast all the time, was those Korean breakfast sachets, because I had to wake up really, really early to catch the train. It was like an hour one way to get to Gangnam to work in the mornings. So I would have that to eat because I had to wake up like 6:30 a.m. and I just cannot eat food that early. Love them. You can get them at H Mart. And then recently I finally got my hands on some aloe vera liquid. I am somebody who suffers with inflammation in my body, so I'm always trying to combat inflammation by things in my diet, and aloe vera is one of my all-time favorite dietary supplements, and it's just perfect in my morning drink. But yeah, that's what I usually have for breakfast every single day, because when I wake up in the morning, I'm hungry, but the whole idea of like eating food just throws me off. So this is a great way to eat something, make sure that I'm balancing myself out in the mornings without having to commit to a meal of some sort. Anyway, welcome to my bathroom. Let's do some updated morning skincare. My personal upkeep, like hygiene, is really falling lately. Honestly, ever since Black Friday, November, I've just been so overworked, and just like the whole concept of taking care of myself has just gone out the window. And that is something that is really upsetting, because I always want to try to just strive towards taking care of myself and not neglecting myself so much. And ever since I launched a business, which is so amazing and I'm so grateful for, but I have dramatically neglected myself and taking care of myself. And I constantly, I wake up and I have like the same uniform every single day, which is literally just like pajamas. Like, I consider this my pajamas now because I'm always wearing it. It's like a sort of like a sweatsuit, but it's like I live out of this outfit now. Honestly, most days I don't even get around to washing my face in the morning, and as a skincare specialist and somebody who has been so passionate about skincare for 10 years and more, it's just like, that speaks a lot about where I am in terms of self-care and taking care of myself, and it doesn't make me happy. Over the past few days, I've been trying to focus a little bit more on me and what does me need to thrive, and what does me need to feel my best and take care of myself and not neglect myself. And it's what it comes down to is like the little things to make me feel like me again. I'm gonna be going in with my Numbunzin Zero Pore Pad to wash my face today. It's that time of year where I just cannot wash my face in the sink because it's just, my skin is so dry. And when my skin is really, really dry, I start breaking out a lot, and using these kind of pads is just the right amount of exfoliation to get those dry skin cells off my face, to stop my pores from clogging. Pardon if my face goes red while I'm doing this, I just have reactive skin. It's been a long time since I've had to use this, but I have been needing to use BHA again in my skincare routine. I've just been really struggling with a lot of inflammation in my skin and acne pimple breakouts due to inflammation and clogged pores. So having BHA in my skincare routine has really been helping to manage my breakouts from stress, inflammation, and also clogged pores. There's a huge myth out there that if you have a dry skin type, you can't use acids like BHA, because BHA targets the pores and it targets oil in the skin. And a lot of people associate that to oily skin types, and it's also heavily marketed towards oily skin types for that benefit. But dry skin types can get acne and inflammation too, and BHA is super beneficial for acne and inflammatory acne as well. So even if you have dry skin and you feel like you have acne breakouts, try BHA if you haven't yet. It's not just for oily skin types. I apologize if you hear a ton of chainsaws in the background. We had, like last week, we had this insane ice storm here in Austin, Texas. I know, you're thinking like, Texas ice, what? That's accurate. It literally took out so many trees. There's so much damage to the neighborhood. I was posting about it to my Instagram stories while it was happening, and I filmed a little bit of footage on my phone for you guys here. I'll insert it. It was insane. Like, our neighborhood got destroyed. A lot of trees on our property too also got destroyed. So our landlord's looking into managing that for us. But yeah, like, it's just, you hear chainsaws all day because people are trying to like clear up the damage that happened. It's crazy. It's just so funny because in Canada, like, this is kind of common in the wintertime to get like at least like a few ice storms in the wintertime, but it just proves that this kind of like part of the world, the nature just isn't designed to combat that kind of weather. So none of the trees could handle the weight of ice on them. But in Canada, like, if you get an ice storm at that level, you'll get some tree damage, but not to the extent that we've seen here. Like, maybe a few branches, like small branches will fall, but like literally entire trees were like split in half by the weight. It's crazy. I'm gonna be going in with my Klairs Self Preparation Unscented Facial Toner. This is like a classic for me. I've been using this Klairs toner for years now, and I used their original formula for like literally 10 years. It's like a holy grail. I'm gonna be using my Sana Nameraku. I can't read the kanji. But Namuraku lotion. It's just a gentle soybean isoflavone lotion for the skin, and you only need a little bit. It's really good for dry skin types. It's a Japanese product. Finishing off, I'm going to be going in with the GLOW ATELIER Liquid Repair Oil Veil. 9 months ago, I had an idea, and I made sure to write it down on paper, and that idea turned into a product. It turned into reality. And it wasn't easy, and it took a long time. This is the product I've been working on for 8 months, you guys. It is launching February 14th to the public, and I'm going to be having an early access sale to my email list. So if you guys want to get your hands on this before everyone else, before it goes public, sign up for the newsletter in the description box down below, because the newsletter is going to get the first dibs on the stock that we have made and prepared. Yeah, I've been working on this for 8 months. This is a facial oil that is, for the most part, meant to be used at nighttime, but I use it during the day in a small amount if I'm not planning on wearing makeup at all. But it is a nighttime serum. When creating this product, I wanted to create a facial oil that had everything in it that I wish other facial oils had. So over the years of being a skincare specialist and working in the skincare industry for skincare companies, working as a skincare influencer, YouTuber, I have had the opportunity to test out countless facial oils and oil-based products. And one thing that was always so lacking for me was that I never came across a facial oil complex that did it all for me. And I wanted to absolutely create a facial oil that did it all and ticked off every single box for me, for people like myself who have very difficult skin types. So I wanted a facial oil that could target my acne and help fight acne. I wanted a facial oil that would be good for dryness, that would be good for oiliness, that would be good to lock in hydration in the skin. I wanted a facial oil that would repair the barrier and have anti-aging benefits, and that is exactly what I created here. This is the GLOW ATELIER Liquid Repair Oil Veil. It contains a minimalistic formula that targets all of those things that I just said. So the first ingredient we have in there is rosehip oil, because rosehip oil is so good for oily, normal skin types. Additionally, we have soybean, Japanese Hokkaido soybean oil in there. And what soybean oil does for the skin is it helps to build and strengthen the elastins and elasticity of the skin. Soybean oil is so good for is isoflavones. And isoflavones are present in this as well, which is a soybean based product as well. And that's where you get that really bouncy effect in your skin. There are also like countless benefits of a lot of these oils as well that I just can't like list off the top of my head, or this video would be so long. But additionally, it has one of my all-time favorite moisturizing and skin repairing oils in there, which is marula oil. And marula oil from Africa contains so many repairing and deeply moisturizing benefits to the skin that it was one of my all-time favorite facial oils outside of our next one, which is jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is a nut oil that is the closest match to our skin's natural oil outside of like squalane oil. And to be honest, I've never been a big fan of squalane oil. It always had me feeling like I wanted more from it. But jojoba oil always delivered for me, and that is why I chose to have it in this formula, because it wasn't too heavy on the skin and it still helped to repair and strengthen my barrier without clogging the pores. Additionally, we have one of my favorite secret oil extracts, which is sea buckthorn oil. Sea buckthorn oil has 10 times more antioxidant than vitamin C itself. And what I love about it is you don't get that sticky vitamin C feeling, and you don't get that vitamin C smell. Like, I love vitamin C serum and what it does for the skin, but I hate how it smells on my face after time. Sea buckthorn oil is loaded with so many antioxidants for the skin, and that is where you get hypophyraminoids. Hypophyraminoids, it's such a hard word to say, I don't know, but that is just a powerhouse ingredient for antioxidants to help slow down skin aging, brightening out and evening out the skin tone, helping to speed the healing of dark spots and hyperpigmentation, and so much more. And then lastly, we have cypress oil. And cypress oil is an essential oil that helps to fight acne and works as a antibacterial, antimicrobial, and antiviral benefit in this product to help prevent acne-causing bacteria from forming on the skin. So literally, this facial oil does it all, and I have been using it for about 5 months now, and it's just, actually maybe it's been more than 5 months, and it's been the secret to how I've like fixed so many issues on my skin. Like, I no longer suffer from a broken and damaged skin barrier. I no longer get like those, I used to get so many like bacterial acnes around my mouth and around here, and it was like an ongoing issue for years that I was trying to combat. This fixed it up. I just don't get those acnes anymore. And of course I'll still like break out a little bit, but like this, perfect. I'll just use 2 drops during the day. But additionally, I infused it with real dried rosebuds and rose petals to help give a natural infusion of the scent of floral rose without having to add in another essential oil. So say for example, like if I put lavender oil in there, lavender oil can be irritating for some people, and I know for me, I'm not tolerant of a lot of essential oils. So even the cypress oil in there is an essential oil, but it combats acne, so it doesn't give me any irritation or cause me any irritation breakouts, because it's in a gentle enough percentage that it won't cause irritation, and it does exactly what it needs to do. So this, I love the smell. It's like it's such a therapeutic, like warm, rose woody scent. Like it makes me think of like a sauna meets spa. Like it's like this very like gentle spa, Scandinavian sauna, wood sauna smell, but like with roses. It's glorious. It's absolutely, I'm not just saying this because this is my first skincare product. Like, no, like it's just so warm. It's so warm and relaxing to smell. This is launching on Valentine's Day to the public, but you can get it earlier if you sign up to that newsletter before anyone else. Came out of the bathroom and look at this. Oh my gosh. Like, they are obsessed with the kotatsu that I made, which I did not vlog. Are you like, do they want to sleep in it or under it? Oh my god, they're so cute. But here's another example of life being so crazy. I haven't even had the time to undecorate from Christmas. It's literally almost mid-February. So what I want to kind of talk about to you guys is just like where I'm going to go with my content moving forward, because I think once this product launches, everything is going to get a little more realistic for me. So for example, why everything has been so absolutely chaotic for me and why I've been a little absent from my YouTube channel is because everything kind of took off for me around the moment that life was happening fast. And as you guys know, I got engaged and married in the span of like 3 days. And that was also around the same time that Black Friday happened, which was really, really busy as a business owner, one-person team. And after that, it was the holiday season, it was birthdays, it was celebrations, and it was also like the holiday season in terms of the business. So it was just really busy in general. But on top of it all, as I mentioned before to you guys, if you remember in the last video update, one of our newest product launches, the Glass IPL Photo Facial, has been super crazy successful. And it's just been a constant like chasing game of playing catch up with that. And it's happened again. Ideally, we were going to have like enough stock and everything was going to be perfectly flowing. But all of this stuff that has been needing to happen has happened in the same time as Chinese New Year. And if you guys aren't familiar with Chinese New Year, in the business industry, it's like all of your production and all of that kind of stuff goes on pause for about almost 3 whole weeks. Actually, it is 3 weeks. So that's almost an entire month where nothing can happen. And normally that wouldn't impact us so much, but the reason why it did is because I did not anticipate the Glass IPL Photo Facial to be as much of a success as it was, that it completely caught me off guard, and that impacted our supply of essentials. So we ran out of shipping boxes, we ran out of bubble wrap, we ran out of stickers, like everything that is required to fulfill orders and run the business we ran out of at the same time that Chinese New Year is happening. It has been like a month of me, and thankfully I have Honey Boy to help me, but it has been a month of me just trying to get things done and sourcing. And then like additionally, our suppliers that supply like our boxes and our bags and all that stuff, either the original people that we purchased from did not respond to us whatsoever, even after Chinese New Year. So I've had to source new manufacturers to get our boxes. But outside of that, one of our suppliers made a mistake and rushed our order, and they shipped it to the wrong country. So little things like that have been going on. And then also additional little things such as inner boxes to hold the Glass IPL Photo Facial. Now that we know it's like a product that is good and we're gonna have permanently, I've been trying to design and develop inner boxes to hold the device. And like that has just been this endless like hunting game and trying to find like people and then not finding people and having to find like temporary solutions and then printing and designing leaflets for in the box. It's been a lot. I think sharing this kind of stuff with you guys is interesting because this is kind of the behind the scenes of running a business that you don't really ever think of when you see people, my small business, this and that. And these things are so time consuming and can be so frustrating that like everything else that you want to do externally for running the business just doesn't happen. It's just been all encompassing and insane. Additionally, I've been in the works of launching the liquid repair oil veil, and it's not going exactly how I would have liked it to go. Like ideally I would be talking about it more, but like my day-to-day is like on the computer just trying to problem solve problems that we otherwise shouldn't be having, but we're having because it was Chinese New Year and like mistakes were happening from like suppliers and things like that. So it's been a lot. But outside of that, we are going for a 4-day trip to Mexico, which we've had in the books for quite some time now. So we originally planned out this Mexico trip probably like 2 to 3 months ago, and that is happening right after Valentine's Day. So everything is happening so quickly. And then after that, we're headed to Japan, and I'm gonna be there for 2 months, maybe more, maybe less, at the end of March. And like basically as soon as we're back from Mexico, it's like preparing everything to head to Japan. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be crazy, you guys. I'm hoping after this product launch, everything's kind of going to like settle down. I do have some temporary shipping boxes coming here today that I had to order on Amazon, which ideally wouldn't be happening because we're out of shipping boxes. Like, I don't know, there's just so much, like, there's so many issues, there's so much going on behind the scenes, there's so much happening, and there's so much to be happening that like I've just been unable to keep up with myself, and I don't like it. Like, I don't like feeling every day like unshowered, uncleansed, like wearing the same outfits, and then like by the end of the day I'm so exhausted that like it's just like, you know, I need to just shut off and decompress. And I think a lot of this is happening in this way simply because like everything that could have ran out at the same time and at the worst possible time to run out. So I'm really thinking that like once we start to have like the essentials we need to run the business, and once these new product launches happen and content's made and so on, I think like everything's going to like ease back out again, and I can get back into filming day in the life content for you guys. I want to start like having the freedom and availability and time management to actually go out and do the things that I want to do with my life. Because yes, running a business is what I want to be doing with my life, but I also need time for me, and I need time for life in itself. And I think for the past 3 months, there hasn't been any time for myself, and it's just been like, problems here, problems there, contact the supplier, why aren't the suppliers not contacting, why can't our original suppliers do this, and just like a lot of issues that otherwise weren't present before. I just really can't wait to get back to living my life outside of the business. I'm so sorry that these videos, like for the past few months, my videos have just been like, life update, here's what's going on. That's not the kind of content I want to be making, and it's not the kind of content that brings me joy, but I also don't want to be like disappearing on you guys too much, because if I wasn't creating these updates, I would have disappeared for like 3 months. And that's not what I want to be doing. I don't want to be disappearing. Shipping out the final round of PR gifted boxes of the liquid repair oil veil before launch. I'm so nervous. I hope they like it. It is another day, and it is officially 3 days to launch of the liquid repair oil veil, and I just spent pretty much the whole day, it's like 3:30 now, simply packing and shipping like PR orders, like for the PR list. And that took all the way from like 9 a.m. because I had to make new bottles and put them in their packaging and then prep the boxes for the PR. And it took until about 1:30 just doing that and doing like the packing slips. And then we went out and shipped them, and now it's like 3 o'clock. So that is pretty much the majority of the day. And that got like me remembering what I told myself back in, I think it was like either September or October, is that for 2023 GLOW ATELIER, especially if we're continuing at this pace of like getting better and better, GLOW ATELIER really needs to find another fulfillment option where it's not me doing it, because there are so many things on my list of things to do for the business and also in terms of like myself. And I really wanted the main key focus and underlying message of this vlog to really revolve heavily around like self-care and taking care of yourself and your mental health. And I think if anyone else is like me and you run your own business, or you're starting your own business and you're bootstrapping it and you do everything yourself, it is so easy to neglect yourself because you have no other choice, because you have to do everything. And it really got me thinking today, like the fact that it's 3 p.m. and I just finished just simply fulfilling packages is just like, where is there time for me? And I gave myself time yesterday. I took maybe half a day off to bleach my roots. I'm a little more blonde than I wanted to be, and to do some eyelashes because I don't even have time for makeup anymore. And I was telling Honey Boy, like, I feel ugly, and like I shouldn't feel that way, and we shouldn't feel that way just because we're so overworked and we're giving like 110% all the time that we no longer have time for ourselves. And even though you're not ugly and you're beautiful and like you're an amazing person, you can feel this way because you're not getting to do the things that are fulfilling for you. And so one of the biggest things that I want to do for GLOW Atelier within 2023 is find some sort of other fulfillment option, because it's so easy to spend 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours out of your day just simply packing orders that like you haven't even done the rest of the things that you have to get done that day. And then where is there time for you? And the only time for me that I get is like 7 p.m. and before bed. And a lot of us live this lifestyle because of 9-to-5 jobs and corporate life and capitalism and stuff. And it's just like, what fulfills me is not happening. And that can lead us into this feeling of depression, this feeling of like loss of self-worth, these feelings of not feeling like yourself anymore. Although it's amazing that we're working towards building things and making our dreams come true, we have to remember to take care of ourselves. And today was another day where that didn't happen. And I'm so glad that I took yesterday to just simply take care of myself a little bit. I didn't want to do this today. Like, I want to vlog and I want to live my life as well, and not just be consistently in a state of hustle and grind, because it really burns you out and eats away at you. But all of this will settle down a little bit once this product launches and I can finally like get back to what's important in my life and making sure I'm including that along with working towards my goals and my dreams. So anyway, it is 3 days before launch and I am freaking out because I feel like there's still so much more to do, and I feel like I haven't achieved any of it, even though I have. But the last thing, you guys, the last thing on the list is to get this video out and edited. And I think what's eating away at me the most is the fact that this video is not is not equating to what I wanted it to be. Like, I wanted to show more self-care stuff, like going out to a cafe, which is something I've just missed doing, like going out downtown and like doing the things that mean something to me. But that just hasn't happened, and it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy how things can just be pulled out from under your feet when you're just so busy and so with the blinders on and focused on a goal. I'm gonna try my best to edit this video in a way that kind of delivers on what I wanted it to be, while still expressing, like, still sharing as much of the journey as I can with you guys of how I've been behind the scenes of this product launch. Anyway, I have an intern that started about 2 weeks ago, and it has been super helpful to have somebody helping me to reach out to influencers on Instagram to get some gifts out to PR purposes. And I'm really grateful that I've had her help, because I guarantee none of that would have happened if it was just me doing it. So it's okay to ask for help, and I'm so glad I have the help. And I need to learn from this that I need to ask for help more often and hire help more often, because I clearly need it. I clearly need it, you guys. I need it so bad. 3 days to the official launch, and I'm starting the pre-order tonight, you guys. This video tonight, right now. Sign up. You guys can get the pre-order if you sign up to the email list. So I will have a link to the email list down below. Sign up for that and you'll immediately get access to the pre-order for the liquid repair oil veil. This pre-order is only going to be open from today until Valentine's Day, and then on Valentine's Day it's going to be open to the public. And we don't have like a lot of stock. We have a good amount, but we don't have a lot. So we'll see how the pre-order goes, and hopefully we will have enough for the public access of our first launch of the product. But I am super, super excited. You guys, you are the first to get your hands on the liquid repair oil veil. I'm so nervous. I hope you guys will enjoy it. But it's here. So sign up to the newsletter and you'll immediately get an email as soon as you sign up, not only giving you 10% off for your first order, because that's what the newsletter gives you when you sign up if you're not already a part of the newsletter. If you're already a part of the newsletter, you already got your 10% off. But if you're new to the newsletter, you'll immediately get 10% off to use towards your first order. Plus you will gain access to the pre-order, the secret pre-order page for you guys to join. So definitely check that out. Let's all focus a little harder to take care of ourselves, because making sure you're doing the things in your life that bring fulfillment to you is so important. And I really need to reap what I sow here, because like it is so important to me to have fulfillment in my life outside of just hustle and grind. And I think 2023 is going to be more about self-fulfillment and making sure like I'm fulfilled firstly, and that everything like hustle and grind comes second.